So today I'm going to be talking about something that weighs incredibly heavy on my heart. Now, not all of you will resonate with this, and that is okay. That is your right to not agree with me. But what I do ask is that you allow me the space to share these things. If you are like me, you were born with an incredible, desperate need to know who you are, where you've come from, and how you fit into this incredibly diverse world. I believe it is a basic human right. If there is such a thing as basic human rights, then surely knowing who you are and being able to celebrate in that is a basic human right. What I have noticed, particularly in the Western world, specifically white Westerners, we are not given the space to share in the celebration of who we are. From a young age, we are shamed, we are brainwashed, we are told that to celebrate who we are and to have a desire to understand our ancestry, our culture, our heritage, that is a statement of supremacy or a statement of hatred of other ethnicities. And yet, every single other ethnicity on this planet is given that space, is given that grace, and that understanding that knowing who you are and where you've come from is an incredible part of who we are and developing our own sense of self as an individual. Now, I believe that we are a wonderful mosaic of all our ancestors. Every single cell in our body, every hair follicle on our head, it is all there because of our ancestors, because our ancestors gave a damn enough to create a future generation. We are only here because they gave a damn about us. And yet, we tell our children that to be proud of who you are is wrong. And we raise a generation of children, of white Westerners, who see other children of other ethnicities partake and celebrate their identity. Are we crazy enough to kid ourselves that this will not have dire consequences? We are already facing dire consequences. The Western fertility rate is a shambles. We are below replacement levels. We don't even care enough to replace ourselves. We don't care enough to have a future generation of our people. The Western consciousness is suffering with an incredible case of nihilism. I hear so many people say things like, I don't care about my ancestry. I don't care about my people. I don't care about my culture. No other ethnicity feels this way. It is just us. We kid ourselves into thinking that if we lower ourselves, if we diminish our presence in this world, that we will somehow be able to make up for sins of the world, as if Westerners were the only ones who ever committed any atrocities. When is it enough? How low do we have to go? How much do we need to disappear before we make other people feel better about themselves? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but it is a basic known principle that how people feel about themselves is their responsibility, not anyone else's. So why does the West take on the burden of being responsible for how other people feel about themselves? It is time to wake up. It is time to know who you are. It is time to acknowledge your ancestors, your traditions, your culture, and your heritage. It is time to feel good about those things and not be ashamed or scared that people will call you a racist. They are the true racists in this picture because they are denying you the ability to feel good about yourself because of the color of your skin.